share my music.
What's up guys, Methical here, back for the new video. Today you're gonna hear me and see my character walking around and doing shit while I'll be blabbing for about 10 minutes, maybe less, maybe more, not too much though, about keybinds, keybind combinations, for what can you use them, and what are the other combinations for your keybinds in case you don't feel comfortable with the ones I use, or if you don't have the same keyboard as me or the same mouse as me. I'm using the Razer Naga mouse just because of the 12 buttons on the left side, and I'm using Razer keyboard just because it's glowing in the dark and it also gives you nice thumb modifiers, which I don't use that often, but I use the other 5 buttons on the left. But I don't want to like show off and promote Razer here. So yeah, let's get started about the keybinds. So first of all, on your main abilities, which you use to DPS, you want to use some simple keybinds, such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so I have my Death Coil on 1, my Festering Strike on 2, Plague Strike on 3, Chains of Ice on 4, Blood Boil on 5, Soul Reaper on 6. Now if I hold Alt as, since my coil is macroed, the Death Coil is gonna be casted at my pet as a pet heal. You can do it same with Shift while holding down Shift, or you can do it while holding down Control. Now I have the same thing here for my Plague Strike and my Chains of Ice. If you hold down Alt, it's gonna be converted into Icy Touch, so I can convert my Frost Runes. Then moving on, we have on Y. On my keyboard, Y and Z are replaced, so instead of Z being next to the X in the last row of the letters, my Y is there. So if you're like from United States or from United Kingdom, or I don't know which other country has the Z down next to X and Y in between of T and U, you can put it on Z. But if you have the same thing as I do on my keyboard, you can put it on your Y. Then moving on, we have on G, we have my pet stun, focus pet stun. If there's no focus, it's gonna stun the target. On F, we have outbreak. On tilde, which is the button next to 1, is my mind freeze. If you hold down Alt, it's gonna be pet sleep, which is also an interrupt and a root at the same time if your pet is transformed. On C, we have Scourge Strike. On X, we have Death and Decay. So those are my simple for abilities I use the most, because Y is easy to press with your thumb, X is easy to press with your thumb, C is easy to press with your thumb, and for F and G you use your pointer finger, and for tilde you use your wedding. I don't know the word for the finger in between of the pinky and the fuck you finger, but I think it's wedding finger. For that, or you can use your pinky, whatever you feel most comfortable. Then in the row of abilities, I have in second row cooldowns, aka abilities which have like a cooldown of 30 seconds or above. And those abilities are on my Razer Naga. So we have my DPS cooldowns: Gargoyle, Unholy Death Knight, Naga 1, Conversion, Naga 2, Shell, Naga 3, Trinket, Naga 4, Grip, Naga 5. If you hold down Alt, it's gonna grip the focus. On Naga 6 we have Lichborn, Naga 7 Empower Rune Weapon, Naga 8 Blood Tap. If I have to use my Blood Taps for anything else apart from Necrotics, and also so I can keep the track of my Blood Taps, how much do I have stacks. Naga 9 we have Icebound Fortitude. Naga 10 is my Dark Simulacrum. And Death Strike is on Naga 12. Naga 11 I use it for TeamSpeak and Ventrill. Well, I used to, now I use so it's automatically. On B, which you press with your thumb, is Remorseless Winter, and on B I have the Focus Asphyxiate. If there's no focus, it's gonna asphyxiate the target. Pet Transform is on F1, Macro Conversion F2, Raise Dead, Summon Pet F3, Health Stone F4. Then I have my Symbiosis on R, Horn, the buff is Shift A, Army of the Dead is Shift D, and Battle Standard is on Shift S. Now, you may see I have 3 asphyxiates here and 3 grips, and what does each of them do? Okay, imagine this as Arena 1, Arena 2, Arena 3, Arena 1, Arena 2, Arena 3. Or, let's say this is Arena 1, Arena 2, Arena 3. If I hold down Alt and press Q, it's gonna asphyxiate this. Alt W asphyxiating this, Alt E asphyxiating this. Alt A gripping this, Alt S gripping this, Alt D gripping this, without having to target them or having them on focus. So it's no matter if you play Unholy Death Knight or any other class, if you're a skilled player, you should have them already. But if you're still in the process of learning and getting warmed up for some fire ratings, you will need those kind of macros plus keybinds. For example, on my Warlock, I have instead of asphyxiates here and S grips here, I have the on Alt Q, Alt W, Alt E, I have the Death Coil if I'm playing with Death Coil, and on my Alt A, Alt S, Alt D, I have my Fears. On this row, for the third time, I'm gonna explain what are these, since you are asking me, hey Meth, why do they look like grinding stones? Those are my targeting macros, which are on my keyboards M1, M2, M2, M3, M4, M5. So you press M1, it targets this guy, M2 this guy, 3 this guy, 4 this guy, and 5 this guy. But the 4 and 5 are just if I'm doing 5s, but 3 is enough if you're doing 2s and 3s and not playing 5s at all. And I have my mounts here and Path of Frost, which are same as this, but holding down Shift at the same time. Now, if you don't feel comfortable with Alt being your key modifier, you can use either Control or you can use Shift. You can, if you're running out of abilities, such as like you feel comfortable with Shift, but you use almost everything which is close to Shift, or a good combination with Shift, let's put it that way. And you need something more, but you don't feel comfortable with Alt, but Control is okay, you can try, but I don't know how will it work. Because you can have combinations of 2 keybinds, well, key modifiers being pressed at the same time, such as, I don't know, Control plus Shift plus W at the same time. If you have Razer keyboard, such as mine, I'm using the Anansi keyboard, you have those modifiers below space. You have Control plus Shift, Control plus Alt, etc. You have like 7 different combinations in one button. Oh, each of them is one button. You have T1, T2, T3, blah, 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 up to 7. What other combinations do you have? Oh yeah, if you want to have like the easiest way to keybind those abilities without going into the key bindings and then finding, oh, is it like action bar 1, is it like left, bottom left, action bar 1, etc. I recommend getting the Bartender add-on, because here it displays all the action bars. You can put them anywhere you want, you can resize them, decrease how many rows are there, how many lines, etc, etc. You can put them, as I said, anywhere you want, make them bigger, make them smaller, but the thing, why is it good? It gives you the freedom of key binding shit. So let's say I press key bindings, and if I go mouse over this, I can immediately change this keybind without going to the interface and then finding out whatever it is. But with Bartender, you can still keep your default Blizzard's UI if you don't like exchanging your UI like this. You can still keep the default blizzards thingy with all those dragons on the left side, on the right side, and having 2 rows here and like 2 here. You can still keep that look and easy key binding it with just mouse overing it. And as well, you can add more action bars with it. So this was the how to keybind tutorial, which works for any class. Our next video, which I'm going to be uploading soon, is from arenas. I'm actually uploading some gameplay, since last 4 of my vids are just tutorials and no PvP gameplay at all, and I really need some gameplay videos, so next vid is gonna be arena gameplay. Thank you all for watching, Meth out.